see what your message is. Thank you for joining me. If I would love for you to, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. If you have, thank you so much. As you all know, I don't get paid for this, but I do feel that, that Spirit wants me to do this because I'm psychic, as everyone is. Okay. All right, so let's see what we have here. We got this card in the last reading, so I'm just going to put it back, and I'm going to get the love right here in the back, okay, in the bottom. So let's see. So we have perseverance. You may feel like you are getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. Don't give up. All right. Persistent and perseverance is what gets you to the next level. And that's what, for those people that make it, part of making it is that you just persevered and you never gave up. I read this book. This is very interesting. And it was From Good to Great. Okay, I forget who the author is, which, is horrible. But anyway, so I had to read it when I was in college, and it just really changed my life, and it made me a better entrepreneurial. And so what they did, I think it was Green, that's a sociologist that writes the book. Writes the book. I think 10,000 Hours as well, as I think he wrote it. If I'm correct, okay? If I'm not, please correct me down below. Anyway, so the book, or maybe it wasn't, I don't know. So the book talks about how, there were these companies that were going down. One of them was like Walgreens or whatever. And they, because they didn't give up. And so after all that they studied these, like, I don't know how many companies, like hundreds of companies, or I don't know. And so after they studied these companies that were very, successful, and they had been successful for many, many, many decades, was that they just never gave up, okay? And that most people and most companies give up when you're almost there, like in the last, 10% or something like that. And so when it's just about to, I think they give an example of steam comes up, I don't know how many, seconds or minutes coming up. But if you give up before that, then the steam's not going to come up, right? So I'm making a mess out of this. But anyway, the whole thing is don't give up, okay? Because when you're about to give up, that's when you're closest. So that's when you have to really put in the work, okay? So perseverance, you have wisdom here. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. Yeah, move on. Don't live in the past, all right? It's wasted time. You can't change the past, period. And don't overanalyze it. Whatever happened. You were able to do the decisions that you made with the information that you had at the time, with the maturity and, everything that was going on. So don't beat yourself up with it. You probably did as best as you could. And that helps you whenever you're in a situation later like it to be able to react better and be able to get through it faster and quicker. Now, very interesting, because life repeats itself. I swear to God. Okay? So life repeats itself. Not only that, but just the faces and the names change. All right? So get ready for that. Love is in the air. Great time for commitment and taking a relationship to the next level. Yay. So this might be moving in together, marriage, or if you don't believe in that, just being committed to each other, okay? This can also be a partnership that you're coming into being with. All right? So that's going to be absolutely great. All right? So let's take this one. Joan of Arc, the warrior of light. I have a steel-like faith in myself. The angels armor me with conviction. So most definitely very protected at this time, very enlightened, okay, crown chakra super. This is about, heroism, right? And being the heroine. I think that's the way you pronounce it in the course, the hero for males. So most definitely, I think you're going to have a huge victory. All right. I think you've gone through major battles that nobody has seen, but you were rough and you came through it. And this is going to bring in huge abundance, prosperity, huge wisdom that's really going to help you move forward. And because you had self-love, okay, I think that it's going to really bring you a love that you so deserve. All right. And then you have here Sappho, which is a very weird word for in Spanish. It's sort of kind of a bad word. But anyway, so the poetess, I love every inch of my body, and I love the woman in my life fiercely, which is probably you, okay? So loving your body, you probably have had, health issues. So you have to love your body. When I was growing up, there, everybody was really thin, okay? And it was impossible, especially in the 60s and 70s, they were stick thin, okay? And so what happened is that they would do I hate my body and all sorts of horrendous things, okay? I never hated my body. I always loved my body. But, I think Kate Hudson, okay, and, if this is incorrect, just play along and correct me. But I think she's the one that really started with, her gym stuff, or, her athletic wear, where she started a movement about I love my body. I love my body. So I have really seen through the course of my lifetime, women going in from, I'm going to put this down, from hating their body to absolutely an acceptance of body shapes, body types, body, different types of culture that have just been incredible. And embrace who you are. If you get plastic surgery, that's fine. Don't take this in any way, shape, or form. But whenever you alter your body because of if you have a condition, if you've been ill, a specific condition, it's okay. But I might lose people, but I'm just going to call it out. You have to accept your body and be who it is. Like, I have a big nose. Mama has a big nose. I'm not going to, rearrange it and suffer. I've gone through major surgeries. And so don't suffer just because of vanity or ego, because later things might affect you. Having major surgeries, even because they're medical and, and you need them or whatever, sometimes affect you tremendously in your older age and as you mature. So be mindful not to do things like that and butcher your body spiritually, okay? I think that, that's sort of something you shouldn't do, because if it's not having to do with medicine, because we're supposed to love ourselves the way we are, right? It's part of being spiritual, being, choosing yourself and accepting self as you are. And so it is what it is, right? And so I think that you're really accepting your body now, however it is. And, it's the challenge also. Like, if you want to lose weight, don't lose weight to lose weight and look thinner. Lose weight because you want to be able to, at an old age, be able to walk. At an old age, not be able to pee yourself, okay? Pee on yourself, At an old age, be able to live by yourself, whether you're male or female, okay? It happens to everybody. Males, they haven't done so many studies on hormones, but males also have menopause, and they have all sorts of other things that people don't really talk about, okay? So it's not just women. And so, and as a result of having a good diet and having a good exercise regimen and being able to get to old age where you can walk and you can, I don't know, look young, right? It's because you lead a very incredible life in terms of exercise and in terms of diet regimen. My nose is like super itchy, and thank you so much to that, subscriber that told me that it's probably when I'm channeling. So someone needs to hear this. Let me get a Kleenex. I'm so sorry. Super, super itchy. But anyway, so what happens with that is that because you take care of yourself, then you're going to start feeling better. Then you're going to look incredible. Your hair's going to, your skin's going to clear up, whatever it is. So it's a journey, and it's about, the discipline that you have within in order to, your body's a temple, and really taking care of it. So taking care of itself, or taking care of it. So I don't know why I went on this rampage. Someone needs to hear it. And then Sarada Devi. The Divine Mother, unconditional love exists within me, the presence of love and an absence of judgment. Absolutely. This reading has to do about self-love, whether you're a male or female, okay? So be mindful of that. It's about truly accepting the divine in you and mothering yourself, okay? And I'm just going to finish with this. There's that crazy for short men, okay, that are getting like tubes in their legs. That is absolutely nuts, okay? Absolutely nuts. I come from short people. It is what it is, okay? So it's part of your, gene pool or whatever. So there's nothing wrong with it, okay? Nothing wrong with being short. There's advantages to being short. The whole thing is accepting yourself for who you are, because that's who you are. And we don't want to change who we are in terms of butchering ourselves or hurting ourselves in order to conform to something that is perceived by society, because later it might not. And then who's going to be there to take care of you because you screwed up your legs that were in perfect good condition? Okay, so be grateful for the body you have, that it functions. I mean, it is the only machine that goes 24/7 for a lifetime of like whatever. If you're lucky, you'll get to live 90 or 100 years. I don't necessarily want to do that, but I do want to be healthy. So embrace being healthy and embrace, being in gratitude for your body. Love and light. Like, share, and subscribe. Love you all, and love yourself first. Love and light. Ciao.